up, you guys? It's Mary.
And Alma.
We invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, you all, because today we are going to be talking about the interview that Ashanti had with Angie Martinez. We have been covering the whole Irv Gotti thing about how he has sexually harassed and assaulted Ashanti by his own words. That's what we're calling it.
Yes.
We have been talking about it. We talked about it a couple of times or whatever.
We surely did.
But we never watched the interview with Ashanti. I can't remember why we hadn't.
Yeah.
But yes.
And I just refused to watch the documentary of Gotti anything.
And I saw the clips. It was enough for me. Because it was a bashing session.
Why the hell am I going to watch? It's like going to watch that show with that guy who was committing pedophilia. That Tiger guy.
Oh yeah, I know you did not want to watch that show.
I didn't like it because
the thing is, I had no idea what it was about. Young boys. Oh, the Tiger King.
To sexual whatever, to fulfill your sexual fantasy or whatever the hell you were doing. But these were underage boys who came. Who had trouble, who were troubled teens. And came to your facility and you coerced them into rubbish. Into rubbish. And for me, that's pedophilia. It's sexual assault. It cannot be like, it was, like they wanted it and whatever. So I was not going to watch it and I refused to watch it.
Yes.
Okay? So that's the same thing with Gotti. I put him right there himself. That a 21-year-old, yes, maybe you say, okay, it's not pedophilia because she's an adult. But you had someone, this is like a whole Me Too thing right here.
I mean, Ashanti even said it. She's like, why would you say that?
Her behind. You were looking at her like that. There was a power dynamic there where you were kind of like her mentor, her boss.
And she said that.
And she worked for your record company or whatever they call it. And you see her bottom. First you're lewdly watching her body
like a mother effing creep.
Yes,
that's what it is. It's like a creep.
Old
it's like
creep.
Old fat creep.
Yes. Okay. Disgusting.
Nasty.
And then I see her bottom, and I can't help myself because
she's wearing the juicy shorts and all this
degenerate
stuff. Yes.
With no effing self-control.
Yes.
And you go and you sexually assault her by grabbing her bottom without her invitation.
A waste of air.
Yes. So I was not going to watch this MFR's documentary. And I think we said that we wanted whoever was putting it on for us to boycott that.
We haven't watched BET
we got zero comments. I was talking, I was asking,
the black men to stand up.
For the
they
black
were
men
nowhere.
to stand up for their black sister Ashanti.
Yes.
In the face of this man who was not even black.
But I want to say something real quick.
They never commented.
Hold on, wait. I'll tell you where they did
comment.
They
were silent.
But let me tell you.
Totally silent. Like how they have been silent with the whole Megan Stallion.
Oh, hold on, wait.
Being shut up.
Yes.
By that bandit.
Yes, but this is where the black men were commenting. They never came when we were calling on them to defend their black sister. And they didn't do that for Megan Thee Stallion either. But they decided to show up with their bandit asses in our comment section talking about how, Tory Lanez should be friend and how, we shouldn't be giving to the black men versus black women stuff. And y'all wanted to come in here
found guilty.
And then they wanted to come up in our comment section talking about lose weight. You go get yourself a motherfucking brain. How about that? When you get some common sense, some brain cells, then you come holler at me about weight, motherfucker.
And
how about that?
This is the problem.
Degeneracy. You're mad that Megan won. You were mad about that. You were mad about Tory Lanez going to jail because he's exactly where he should be. As a matter of fact, he should have been locked about 4 years ago. When he decided to beat up other people. And he should have been locked up the day that he actually shot her. But Megan spared his ass. But she spared that psychopath, that Napoleon having syndrome mother effer. That's what she did. She spared y'all. Now y'all want to talk about how the chickens are coming home to roost because black men are done with black women. Y'all have been done. Y'all have shown where your loyalty lies. And it lies in Becky's neighborhood. So please don't come here talking about how y'all done with us. You can look at the NBA and see all the biracials there. That's just where you guys have been. Yeah, so please don't come in our comment section talking about degeneracy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I just wanted to say that today.
Yes.
I'm thirsty.
The thing is, unfortunately, you have people who are not learned enough to stay on topic. In terms of here we are talking about we want black men to come to the rescue of black women, as we have done many times for them. They're nowhere to be found.
Right.
They can't. I don't want to say the illiteracy or the lack of being able to stay on topic. Instead of staying on that,
yes,
you want to talk about, my looks. I'm sure if it's the weight thing, you're talking about me. But unfortunately for them, it's I give 2 shits and two Skittles. Like, miss me with that, okay? I'm not a person who actually gives a damn. But, like, it just shows just the lack
But it shows
of
how
intellect,
mad they were. They were so mad that Tori was in jail.
Emotional self-control. Which is required.
They couldn't even spell in the comment section.
Yeah,
then one even went back to go edit his comments.
Yeah, I did see that. Because if you're going to come on our show,
we will correct your English. You really
got to come with the English because I'm a stickler for that. Yes. Okay, and your punctuation.
Yes, and we're both college-educated women.
Yeah, and like I told one of them, just the fact that you're misspelling words.
There's no comments,
no punctuation.
There's no semicolons.
Tells me all I need to know
about you,
about your intellect. So
Mr.
I can't waste my time because you have to be on my level to discuss with me. Oops. Okay, or you will be blocked. Told off and then blocked, right?
Yes,
but
of course.
Anywho, let us go back to what we were talking about, which was Ashanti.
That's what we were talking about?
Yes, we went off on the Megan stuff.
Oh, yes.
But it's because when we were pleading.
Well, you were pleading. I said don't waste your time.
Right,
that's what I said.
They will not come, but I was hoping because, I grew up in the 90s. In the 90s and the 80s when, it seemed like, they gave a shit. Now when I look at it, like, through another lens, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that wasn't how. But it was different that time. So I was having a little bit of hope and optimism.
Right.
We had zero of them. I was shocked. Zero. No one came out, including Ja Rule, who was such a favorite of mine.
You loved him. You were even trying to defend him when I was telling her, I was like, Mom, this man sat there like a bandit, didn't say shit. And you're like, nah, not Ja Rule, not Ja Rule. I said, let me show you tape.
I was so shocked. And when Ashanti talked about the fact that she spoke to Ja Rule, she said even she told him,
you didn't defend me enough. But you did defend me, but you didn't defend me enough. She was really trying to give him grace. But
she said she didn't defend her enough.
He didn't say nothing. He said he was
really
Switzerland. That's what he said.
He was trying to say how they edit the show 16 times. But he didn't. And I was so disappointed that he did not. Because
he is a bandit.
Yeah.
He is a bandit.
Because like Ice Cube, LL Cool J, Ja Rule, like those are the guys I really liked, and I thought like they stand for something. But Ja Rule not being there for Ashanti,
he was a punk.
When this man who's not even black is like talking so badly about a black woman, and you sit your butt down and so cowardly and not say a word. It was so baffling to me.
He made a whole documentary just to slut shame Ashanti.
Man have on you that you cannot even part your lips to say, something, I'm not gonna let you talk about Ashanti like that, or I'm just gonna leave. Y'all gotta excuse me because just at least show something. But none of them did. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, but
punk behavior.
It was. I was just like, wow, like. And I was thinking, I said, maybe are they like fighting or something? But she says that like
they've been good.
And
she hasn't talked to Irv Gotti in 5 years.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it was a lot.
She also did confirm that the whole thing, because Angie kept on saying it was a relationship. She said, don't say it's a relationship. She corrected that lady.
Yes,
she said it's not a relationship. It was really
Which
kind of like a power.
Thought.
We said that.
Which is what we
said that it was a power dynamic.
It's a power thing because she came here to record. She's a young 21-year-old. You're there lewdly at her all the time, watching her, making comments. And even the stuff that she was saying, how we will talk and yell and fight and like call each other the B word and all this stuff. It wasn't until she was with Nelly,
who's from the South,
that she realized that,
oh, this is not normal.
See, remember yesterday we were talking about
normalization of abuse.
Normalization of abuse.
Yes.
And that's what it was. What it was. And I like the fact that Angie did tell her, now that I'm older, certain things that I thought were okay are
just don't jive with me anymore.
They're just not okay, and they were not okay then.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting just hearing what we really were thinking all this time about the whole thing.
We said that he probably was taking advantage of her and all this stuff. She was not looking for him. And the fact that this man was talking about how he wrote the song Happy.
It's so hot up here, but we're outside and I'm enjoying
the breeze.
I mean, I love the heat. But yes, I'm sweating. I love it because it removes all my little toxins. But go ahead, girl.
But no, my thing is, I just felt like the reason why the whole thing even occurred to begin with is that this nasty mother effing creep, which we have heard about it a lot in the music game.
Yeah.
That, he saw this young tenderoni or whatever.
Absolutely
he decided, let me go and harass her into being in a relationship with me.
Yeah.
Ashanti even said that, I always felt like if I had just said it's over, maybe I would not have my music career or whatever the case may be. Because he kept on playing these mind games with me.
Yeah.
And one of Diddy's artists also said that Diddy would be playing mind games on her. And the fact that Ashanti said that just goes to show me that this really does happen in the music industry.
It does.
Where Irv Gotti will be saying, hey, don't nobody like you, don't nobody want to F with you, you ain't shit, you ain't this, you ain't that.
I made you effable.
I made you
that
effable.
That is so effing disrespectful.
Did you create me? I mean...
No, but it's even the wording. I made you effable. Why didn't you just say, I have brought you to this stardom that people want to work with you? Vocabulary that they don't have.
Degeneracy.
The vocabulary that is missing in their conversation. But he wanted to say effable also because he wants her to know, in a sense, me and you effing, right? Or me effing you. This is actually effing you, right? Or whatever it is that they were doing, which was not much because Ashanti does not seem amused or impressed by whatever happened.
By the time he lifted up his belly to show her his shriveled up weenie that I'm sure has been all around the block and then some.
Because she
knew he wasn't doing much. Okay, and let me tell you something. A man's sexual libido goes down around 30, 35. Did you say that? Yeah. So, and especially if you were out there as a youngin, best believe ain't shit getting up by the time you 29.
Yeah.
So that's a fact from a nurse.
Well, but I was saying something. So when he says, I made you effable, it's like he wants to bring sex into it because what he's trying to tell her is because I am effing with you, like I am effing you, right? I mean, let's just be like crude as they, but because you and I are having this situationship, other men
want you.
Other men want you. And what he was really saying. And let me break it down. For the black man out there.
Break it down.
This is what happens when you make space for others, not in your community. And when I talk about making space, you allow them to call you the N-word.
Yeah.
You allow them to call your women the N-word, the B-word, everything in the book. And the reason why you allow that, because that's how you treat the women.
Well, so you don't have no respect for your own women.
He has no respect for you. This dude, Gotti, has no respect for black men. Not even a little bit.
No.
And what he was really trying to tell Ashanti is this. I made these ends want you because I wanted you physically. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
He's saying that I'm not an N, right? I'm not black. Yeah. But that's how he is, whatever, when he talks about the black man, he calls them N. But I am not one of them. But because I'm effing with you, they will always want what another man who's not black has. And we see that because the black men, they stay being interracial, which is, not my business. But
exactly.
He's trying to say
they
that
love to nest.
Because I was with you intimately, they also now want you because they want whatever leftovers I have. Because the ends, these N men, will always eat my crumbs. When you break it down, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
This is what he's saying. And that's why when Ja Rule sat there
like
as a
punk.
black man,
like a punk,
and this man is disparaging your women like that, which they don't allow you to do that to their women. If you sat there as a black man disparaging one of their women, wherever they come from, they will be there speaking on her behalf.
Yeah.
But because they have no respect for you, they have no respect for you because you have no respect for your community that begins with a black woman. And they never will.
And they have no respect for
now
themselves.
You even have women like I saw Amber Rose the other day calling them niggers. I mean, she just said it. I was shocked.
Let's be honest, Amber Rose is not black.
No,
her daddy is white.
Yes.
And then she's from
her
a
mom
part
is Cape Verde, which they
have basically whitewashed themselves
exactly.
over there. I mean, she's like a quarter black.
She's not. I don't even think there's any black in her, and she has never ascribed herself to be black.
No.
But now you have what was the other woman, Brittany Renner?
Yeah.
They now just insult you. They just insult you. They call you the N-word. They don't care. Look at that Asian woman who was calling Diddy the N-word.
You're still baffled
by
that.
On Twitter.
I know.
On Twitter.
No, TikTok.
He came out to say, oh, my shorty wore up. But he never parted his lips to say, hey, bruh, don't call me. And
they would never
didn't care. Just the lack of pride is what blows my effing mind. Where did your pride go, black men?
It's not my business, and I don't give a shit.
It's really not my business. But I just wonder, so Ashanti is sitting there. I'm so happy she had an opportunity.
I'm glad she talked about it.
To just tell her truth.
Yeah, she did say
and
that it was not.
He sounded so tiny. This Gotti guy.
Kidogo.
He sounded so tidy, so kidogo. The way she finished talking, she did it with so much grace. I love Ashanti.
Yeah.
She did it with so much grace and aplomb. And she showed a lot of grace. She wasn't trying to beat him down or anything.
She was trying to send him to jail.
It's
like
over,
she should, though.
It's over.
And she said, and she even said,
and then she found another record label, and she has all these things going for her. Without you, this is what is pissing him off.
You know what? That was very funny. She said, sometimes when people end a situation, most people, they just move on. That was so funny. Because I felt like he couldn't. He's still talking about her 20 years later, even though you were married and you had several girlfriends later.
He looks down on black people as a group because the black man who is supposed to be the head of the community, right?
And the protectors of it.
Has just prostrated themselves in front of him.
Just let me lay out there.
He is
so you don't walk all over me.
Irv is how dare you? How dare you, NB? How dare you?
Excel without me.
Excel without me, but not only that, move on. And move on with someone that I think is lower than me, which is a black man. Move on with this N, which was Nelly.
Yeah. He was so mad. Apparently he had been doing death threats towards her and Nelly as well. Because remember this man.
Well, she didn't know who it was, but I mean.
She didn't say verbatim, but she said with a particular ex. And I think it was Nelly. Because remember, he sat down there on that Drink Champs interview or whatever, stuff like that. And he's like, let me tell you how I even found out about Nelly and Ashanti. Let me tell you this because God wanted me to know this. God wanted me to know this. Because I'm there, I'm on my couch, probably with your wife next to your dusty ass. He said,
why she's there, who knows?
And then he said, that on the screen, I see Ashanti and Nelly walking out on courtside seats at the NBA game.
The kiss cam or whatever.
And he said, God wants you to know this. I mean, what you mean God wants you to know this?
Don't include God's name.
In your degeneracy.
Don't. Just don't.
The whole thing was so degenerate. I'm happy that she clarified it, but what I thought it was really sexual assault, and it was also a man taking advantage of a young woman.
I wish she will sue him.
I really wish she would.
How those women sued
take him for everything he's worth
and put his ass in jail.
Yes.
I wish she will actually sue him.
And what's also
because he has said so on television that he assaulted her. So
and I wish what was funny?
Him. And if he continues in that vein, maybe she'll get just mad enough to sue his ass.
I hope so. But you know what also I thought was very creepy and disgusting?
What?
I think maybe a week after he got all of this backlash, you know, about what he has said. Oh. His creepy ass was in Bow Wow's daughter's DMs or underneath her Instagram post. This girl is like, I think she's 14 or something. I could be wrong. He said, Shia, I have been trying, I think her name is Shea.
Bow Wow? Little Bow Wow?
Yeah, Bow Wow. His daughter.
I didn't know he has a daughter that old.
Yeah, okay. He has a daughter. I think her name was Joey Chavez.
Okay.
That was the girl that was anyway. But yes, so he was in her comment section talking about how Shia, can you please tell he said, Shia, I wanted you to be in one of my movies. I think you'll be perfect for it. Please tell your mom and dad to get back with me. If they didn't answer your call, they don't want nothing to do with you. No. It's only
so that you can go and assault her the way you assaulted Ashanti when she was young? No.
I mean, it's just so stupid.
It's sexual assault.
Like a week later, he put this in her Instagram. Like, how creepy are you?
He's a narcissist and he's not self-aware and he's not very intelligent.
No, he's not. But I mean, even Fat Joe was there talking about how Irv Gotti is a genius.
On black people, especially black men. It starts with them, but those are the ones who hang around him.
Hello. He sat down there, talked about a whole black woman as you guys fed him liquor and weed, talking bad about them, and you, Ja Rule, sat down there like a punk. Yeah. I mean, I have no Where's idea. Your dress at, Ja Rule?
Yeah, I have no... Well, anyway, let's not even go there. Someone has been coming out talking about Diddy and Ja Rule. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't even want to...
We're not going to touch that. Because, allegedly. Everything's allegedly.
Yeah, I can't even. Yeah. I was...
anyway, it's Mary.
And
we invite you guys to like... Oh, did we talk about the Ashanti interview?
That's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, we finished, right?
We finished, yeah.
I think so.
Subscribe.
Oh, wait, because Mary...
And Abba.
We invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, my dears. I like that, my dears. That's a nice name.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Peace out.
Yes.